Good morning, everyone. It's Mrs. Capizzi, and today is day 3 of our contingency plan. And today we will be doing 14-2 patterns and number rules. So today's assignment is to finish numbers 1 through 8 and 13 on page 741 and 742 after we finish the solve and share, the look back, the essential question, and the convince me. So let's get started. So let's take a look at the solve and share and see if I can focus this better. So for 14-2 patterns and number rules, it's I can use a rule to extend a number pattern, identify features of the number pattern, and use the number pattern to solve a problem. So a rule would just be maybe multiplication, division, addition, subtraction, just anything that you can do to get to your answer. So let's take a look at the solve and share. There are 6 juice boxes in 1 pack, 12 in 2 packs, and 18 in 3 packs. How many juice boxes are in 4 packs, in 5 packs, in 6 packs? Use the rule to complete the table. Describe features of the pattern, then find how many juice boxes are in 10 packs and 100 packs. So here, when we talk about reasoning, we're looking for what the rule is. So if you see here, they're going from 1 pack, 6 boxes, 2 packs, 12 boxes, 3 packs, 18 boxes. So if I think about my rule, it would be to multiply by 6, because 1 times 6 is 6, 2 times 6 is 12, and 3 times 6 is 18. So I want you to go ahead and pause the video, complete the solve and share, and then when you're ready to continue, just press play. Alright, welcome back. So for the rule of multiply by 6, I can complete my table. So I know 4 times 6 is 24, and 5 times 6 is 30, and 6 times 6 is 36. Now, what I'm going to do is for 10 packs and 100 packs, I'm just going to continue my table. And I'll add 10 packs. But notice, some of you might have noticed that this is skip counting by 6s. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. I can't continue skip counting because if I did that I would get to 42. But 42 would be for 7 packs. So notice now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we're skipping to 10. So I'm just going to use my rule of multiply by 6. So I know that 10 times 6 is 60, and then I'll make another row here, and for 100 packs, 100 times 6, I know 1 times 6 is 6, and then I add my 2 zeros. So up here, we're being asked to find a feature of the pattern. So if you're looking, all of these numbers of juice boxes, so I can say a feature of the pattern is that the number of juice boxes is always a multiple. And remember, multiple is like skip counting. So it's always going to be a multiple of 6, meaning if I'm counting by sixes, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, eventually I would get to 60, and eventually I would get to 600. So the next thing that we're going to work on is the look back. So this look back, you're going to be creating your own table. So let's take a look at the problem. It says create a table showing the relationship between the number of bicycles and the number of wheels on bicycles. Start with 1 bicycle. Complete 5 rows of the table using the rule multiply by 2, and then describe features of the pattern. So when you're setting up a table, we're going to put column headings. So here we can do number of bicycles, and over here we can do number of wheels. So I'll draw a line in between, and then they said to start with 1 bicycle, and we're using this rule multiply by 2. So 1 times 2 is 2, and we all know that 1 bicycle has 2 wheels, and they want us to fill in the rest of the table. So I want you to go ahead and pause the video, fill in the rest of the table, and then come up with a feature of the pattern that you see. And when you're ready, press play on the video. Alright, welcome back everyone. So I'm going to finish my table here. 2 bicycles, 3 bicycles, 4 bicycles, and 5 bicycles. So my rule was multiply by 2. So 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 2 is 6, 4 times 2 is 8, and 5 times 2 is 10. And one of the features of the pattern here is that all of the number of wheels are multiples of 10. I'm sorry, not multiples of 10, multiples of 2, excuse me. So a feature of the pattern, because we always like to write our complete sentences and restate the question. So a feature of the pattern is that the number of wheels is a multiple of 2. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn the page and we'll look at the essential question. So we all know yesterday was St. Patrick's Day, so this problem has to do with clovers. So let's take a look at the picture. So over here it's saying a clover leaf, so that would be like the whole thing. So this would be 1 clover leaf, and then has 3 leaflets. So this would be 1 leaflet, 2 leaflets, and 3 leaflets. So a leaflet is just the little petal that's on the clover leaf. So the essential question is, what is the pattern? So if you look here, they're telling us there's 3 leaflets on 1 clover leaf. So I can look at the picture and see 1, 2, 3. There's 6 leaflets on 2 clover leaves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 9 leaflets on 3 clover leaves. So 3, 6, 9. So they want to know how many leaflets are on 4 clover leaves and how many clover leaves will have 12 leaflets. So here they're flip-flopping the order. So let's take a look at the difference between these two tables. The table on the left says how many leaflets are on 4 clover leaves. And the rule is multiply by 3. So 1 times 3 is 3, 2 times 3 is 6, 3 times 3 is 9, and 4 times 3 is 12. So there are 12 leaflets on 4 clover leaves. So the number of leaflets is a multiple of the number of clover leaves. And remember, a multiple is just like skip counting. So if I was counting by ones, 1, 2, 3, I will get to 3. 2, 4, 6, I would get to 6. If I skip count 3 times, 3, 6, 9, I'll get to 9. 4, 8, 12, I would get to 12. But now here, take a look, they flipped the order of the column headers. So now, when you have the number of leaflets on the left, to get the number of clover leaves, you have to do the inverse operation, or the opposite, and divide by 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1, 6 divided by 3 is 2, 9 divided by 3 is 3, and 12 divided by 3 is 4. So there are 4 clover leaves for the 12 leaflets. And here, the number of clover leaves is a factor of the number of leaflets. And remember, a factor is a number that you can use to multiply by to get the product. So for example, 4 times 3 gives me 12, 3 times 3 gives me 9, 2 times 3 gives me 6, and 1 times 3 gives me 3. So let's take a look at the Convince Me, and it says if you know the number of leaflets, so that means if you know these, how many of these little leaves there are, how can you find the number of clover leaves? If you know the number of clover leaves, how can you find the number of leaflets? So here, if I know the number of leaflets, so that means I know all these little leaves, I would need to divide the number of leaflets by 3 to find the number of clover leaves. So if I know the number of leaflets, like in this table, I would have to divide by 3 to figure out how many clover leaves that would be, because I know that each clover leaf has 3 leaves. So if I have 6 leaves, I can divide by 3 and figure out that that's 2 clover leaves. And I can also use the picture up here to help me. So if I had 6 leaves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I know that that's 1, 2 clover leaves. So if I know the number of leaflets, divide by 3 to get the number of clover leaves. And then if I know the number of clover leaves, though, I would need to do the opposite. I would need to multiply by 3. So if I know the number of clover leaves, I can multiply by 3 to find the number of leaflets. Okay, so let's turn the page here. And now we're on to the guided practice. So what I'm going to do is I want you to pause the video, try number 1, and number 2, and don't forget to describe a feature for number 2. And then when you're done number 1 and number 2, press play on the video, and we will go over the answers to that. And then when you're done that, then you'll just complete number 3, 4, 5, 6. Turn the page, and number 13. Okay, so let's go ahead and pause the video and try the guided practice. Do you understand, and do you know how? Okay, welcome back. Let's take a look at number 1. The rule for this table is multiply by 4. What number does not belong? So if my rule was times 4, I'm going to try it out. 1 times 4 is 4, so that one works. 2 times 4 is 8, so that one works. 3 times 4 is 12, so that one works. And 4 times 4, there it is. This number should be 16. So 15 does not belong. It should be 16. Okay, and let's take a look at the do you know how. Complete the table and describe a feature of the table. So here we have total number of wheels and total number of cars. So there's 4 wheels on each car, so the rule is divide by 4. So if there's 8 wheels, 8 divided by 4 is 2, 12 divided by 4 is 3, 16 divided by 4 is 4, and I know that 20 divided by 4 equals 5. So a feature of the pattern here is that the number of cars is a factor of the number of wheels, meaning 5 can be multiplied by a number to get 20. So 5 times 4 is 20, 4 times 4 is 16, 3 times 4 is 12, and 2 times 4 is 8. So good luck with the independent practice, and don't forget to email your teachers with any questions. Stay safe and healthy, and have a wonderful day.